Hello, today on ClarksPlace we're gonna be powder coating some parts. Alright, looks like I'm just grabbing some sandpaper here, and each of these pieces, like I showed there, had surface rust, so I'm just taking and knocking down anything that I could feel. Kicked on a fan there. Just rubbing each one with sandpaper, and that surface rust, really you could feel the change in the it wasn't slick. It had like a little bit of a raised surface just with the surface rust, so just hitting it with some 220, I was able to, you can see it kind of turning almost a rusty color as I knocked that rust down, and it kind of spreads out over the rest of the almost polished metal surface. So did that for these 4 pieces. These are 4 of the Charger pieces, and in this episode you'll see us kind of doing parts for both my Charger and his Challenger, so it's part of the multiverse of ClarksPlace. Enjoy. And then I'm going to powder coat these parts today.
Oh, cool.
Look at all the surface rust that just got all over them just from being in Florida.
Yeah.
They were blasted, I don't know. Oh, that might be 6 months worth.
You're going to do black?
Yeah, I'm going to powder coat some
I'll
today.
look and see if I have anything for the Challenger, and we'll just throw it all in the oven at once.
Alright, cool.
You got the car. Oh, you already got the plastic on it.
Yep.
Looks good.
Got it covered. Gonna do some more work on the Charger here. Alright, a little close-up of the rust. Kind of the rust sheen that gets on stuff. This was powder coated. This was a new panel. These were new panels that I bought for the inner fenders on the 69, and blasted them all and then just set them over there. And this is kind of my rookie mistakes, that I didn't know that the humidity in Florida will cause stuff to get some surface rust. So you saw me running around sanding basically all of that, just knocking down the surface rust. You can powder coat over rust. It is fine. I've done a lot of pinball legs that had surface rust. As long as it's slick and gonna leave a nice surface, all that rust will just powder coat right over. So no issues there. I just scuffed them, and I'm gonna throw some flat black for the inner fender protectors there. So all right, that's showing kind of the parts there in the cabinet. Some scat, little scat man makes the presentation here today. So the parts are in there, and I kind of chopped this up. This is about 10 different videos worth of stuff that I'm throwing here. We chopped those pieces, and let's see, we got those in there. They've basically got the scat on them and cleaned off. I always try to make sure everything is as clean as possible. That way the powder's going down. I've had a couple times where powder lifted and powder bubbled with paint underneath it. So I'm very particular when it comes to cleanliness. I'm always a dirty, filthy mess out in the garage, but the surfaces of painting parts and such. Oh, there's the thermometer. It doesn't look like it really came out, but oh well. All right, so you've kind of seen us thrown together. I've got everything turned on. Everything's heating up. You see the temperature over here. That's showing 257. And then I'm going to cut to some real footage and show actually what we're doing here. I've got, since those are pretty big parts, I've got the lead for the powder coater. Here's your gun. And then when you press this button, you can see that's throwing a charge. So when I hang those, it'll be electrically charged. That it's hanging from that, the charge will go through the part, and then it'll actually pull that powder to the part. So I'm going to time lapse the rest of it, so you'll see us kind of bringing out the parts, hanging them there, hit them with some black, and then we're going to throw them back in the oven. And then I've got a thermometer right now. I'm heating up the parts in there, so they'll be around 350 or so, the actual metal. So when I throw that powder on them, it just goes on there, melts. It'll look kind of glossy black, but then after I bake it for about 10 minutes or so, it ends up a really nice, cool, flat black. And we have stock in this Harbor Freight flat matte black. Works really, really well. So We have some East Woodens, other colors up there too, but we love the Harbor Freight finish. So other than that, we'll go back to time warp, and you'll kind of see us going through the whole process here. Thanks for watching. All right, so here it is. Cabinet has some pieces heating in there, and I'm back and forth preparing everything. That wire thing at the top, I don't know if we really talked about that much at all. There's a sheet of paper that went down just kind of as a backdrop to kind of have all the powder slide down in one spot that we can just blow it out. But that hook at the top, that lead from the powder coating machine, is what pulls the charge through. So I'm hanging it, that's on a wire that's hooked to a wire, that when I push that button on the powder coater, that's what's electrifying the part and pulling that charge to get that powder to stick to it. So little clarification there. Rolling.
All right.
The moment.
It's been 15-20 minutes.
Yeah,
the high heat.
15.
And we're ready to take 2 parts out.
Get 2 parts in. Ooh la la. That's a nice flat black.
Keep the heat in.
I like.
All right, we hanging it up on the garage here.
Someplace, yeah. Rotisserie garage.
You just have to hang them up somewhere out of the way until they cool off so you can actually touch them.
So we are going to wipe off a couple more parts. I'll put it on time lapse again. Wipe off a couple more parts, and then get them heating, and then we'll do the same process. So my pieces will be done, and then we'll do some pieces for my dad's Challenger. All right, there I'm just back and forth. Looks like we're cleaning some pieces there and hanging, probably warming back, forth, left, right, up, down. All right, here's the first one. See what you think.
Not hot. Man, it looks like brand new, well painted part, but it's all powder coated. So it's scratch resistant. Better than paint. There, oh, there's the big one.
A little bit of trash, a couple little pieces in it, but this one's pretty darn slick.
These were brand new bought that had the...
This was original. You can see a little bit of
original
fitting in it. So these I didn't need to buy because I had them, but those I think were rusted out trash.
Yeah, his were rusted. These were new parts from AMD.
I believe so, yeah.
And they have that light coating of black on them, which he stripped all that off of there. And that's why you saw the bare metal parts going in. Wipe them down with the scat for removing any oils. And powder coat's great. I mean, it's actually beautiful, beautiful part. You hate to put it up in a wheel well and let it get dirty from road junk.
Well,
but rocks or things hitting it will
that's what I was thinking.
fare a lot better than...
I didn't want just paint.
Right.
I wanted a hard, protective, good powder coated coating.
Now the Challenger, the ones that go on it are a little smaller, but they're plastic. In fact, I think
are they?
Yeah.
Well, this gets a little bit, I've got see all the little holes?
Yeah.
A little rubber trim goes, and this nestles against the fender. Like this is the right side. The fender mounts to this, and this is what gets all the rocks. And then there's a little rubber guard that goes on this outside.
I see.
That the fender nestles against. But yeah, there's
that
basically
goes
the
against
same
the
thing.
fender.
That's opposite.
Yeah.
Oh, that might be the same side.
But you know, plastic, I guess it can bounce the rocks off. But I'll clean these up and probably spray them with a plastic, I don't know, plastic paint. I don't know what kind of paint I'll use.
Oh, you can undercoat them too. I mean, that's an option. So, very cool.
All right,
You're what?
I was gonna say we're ready to probably pull the hot parts out and powder coat the second set.
I guess we can do that live.
Sure.
We'll focus not so much on the pulling out of parts, but of the spraying of parts. We just put a little sheet of paper. All that dust just blows off. Watch the tripod there pop when you're coming out. You can kick the edge of it. I mean, don't kick the edge. How warm are they?
Well, if you keep them in your hands very long, they finally go through the glove.
And I always check just to make sure we got a good spark.
You got to shake the gun to keep that kind of shook up on the inside.
Watch it get shot.
Yeah, I got gloves on. Anybody that's helping, they don't want to touch because you'll get shocked from it.
As long as I'm pressing this button.
Right.
And I just kind of put it on where I can see it's pretty well frosted, the whole thing, and you can see it's already starting to lay down in some spots.
Because it's hot. And it's best, they always recommend that you heat your parts first. For that reason.
Watch getting shot, Pop. I think I need more powder. I'm about out, so let's do that. Or if I've got another one. Yeah, that's what. This is gloss.
And you can see the powder falling. When you're all done, you can take a blowgun and all that powder just blows out. It doesn't stick on anything. Just screw that on. I was gonna say just.
No, they don't.
Oh, they don't screw on.
I wish they did.
Oh, that would be great if they did. It looks like it's super, super messy, but
It is.
yeah, but I mean, air blows it right off. All right, you ready?
Yep.
You're just up at the top there.
Throwing some powder now.
Oh, finally.
All right, I think that's good.
All right.
Let's grab the other guy. Watch yourself. Okay. Contact. See, that's pretty darn coated.
Oh, come on. A little more right there. There you go.
All right, love it.
Yep. Okay, it's 2:30.
So we got 15 minutes on the clock. And 15 minutes on the clock. So we will come back and pull those parts out too, just so you can see them. And then I think we're gonna do some parts for Dad's 72. So thanks for watching. All right, been about 15 minutes. Here's it. Ooh la la. Loving that.
Yeah, they look
That's
wonderful.
a nice, flat, cool look. I'll show you in a minute once it's cooled down. To a lukewarm temperature. How many do you think we can get in there?
I don't know.
You got hangers for each of those?
I got all for mine, yeah.
Hopefully we could get several of these done and we'll just swap them in and out. That would be nice.
Put them all in here, be nice.
To do these, I always have, if I'm hanging it through a hole that's going to be visible, I don't tuck it up tight.
Right.
I'm talking on camera now.
Oh, okay.
That way you can see it gets powder over everything there. Alright. That'll heat. just damning. I just don't want them clanging against each other.
How many more we got?
2, I think. 3. Why don't we hold off on these guys? Maybe try to get this guy in there, since these are big hockey sticks. See if you can find a spot for that guy.
Anita.
Anita. Looks like I got another one.
Wow. How'd you hang your last one?
I hung it from that end, but you don't have that same hole.
Will that do it?
Yeah, actually it's hanging pretty vertical. We'll start one end and just pull it out, put it in, pull it out, put it in.
Yep.
Do that. Alright, let's let them heat.
5 or 10 minutes.
We got it down to 147, so
150, 151, 53, 56. It's going back up. These are some interior trim panels for the 72.
whoa.
Wow, you got way too much coming out.
Wow. I don't know how it's going to stick on this paint, but
Yeah, I still had a little bit of paint left on this.
it might bubble up, but we'll see.
I'm not worried about the backside.
Okay. One down.
One down. Wow, it still coated it.
Tried to get it to settle down in there. It didn't settle down.
Hey, you good? Yeah.
Rotating toward you. The other way.
Ryan, will you just, there we go.
You can see it's a little light there. That's your duder.
Give me that one, I'll hold on to it. Coat that and then I'll, well,
Well, I don't want you to, and I never got it hung the wrong way. I like that. Go put him in. What you got? I think it must have bit into the insulation inside there. It's got fuzzies.
yeah.
They'll cook out of there. Actually, they won't because it's insulation. Pretty pleased with that. Got it.
We got one spot left. Looking lots better than it did. Yeah, it's a little light there.
It's getting away from me. I need more on it.
I'm going to flip it around.
Yeah. Don't want to get that corner because it rubbed against it there. You can see it's light there. I think I love it. Okay.
Go.
Set it and forget it.
Got 2 more.
Oh, there's 2 more? Oh, 2 more over there. Alright, just took some hockey sticks.
They look nice.
Yeah, get them in the light here.
All nice and powder coated.
Pretty slick.
Yeah, it looks like.
Really nice texture feel to them.
Yeah.
And it still kept that crinkly finish.
A little grainy, leathery look.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Let me get the hooks out of them. Oop.
Alright, I got this one.
Yeah, this one had some
Very
pitting.
cool.
It even covered the
Oh,
pitting.
I see. Yeah, you can see the pitting though. It's not perfect, but
I don't even know if they repop these parts.
yeah, I know I had to go to Jerry and Stark to
Yeah.
get the ones for mine, so
Well, we'll wrap these up.
very, very cool. So that's powder coating 101. Build your oven. You saw how easy it was.